I just wrote this song about somebody I just blew off. Y'all let me know what you think. You're mad 'cause you I recognize my worth. Wait, I can't remember how it goes. I gotta figure it out. You know what's funny, y'all, though? Even looking at myself in the camera right now, I'm like, oh, you don't look good, Ashley. You need to do this. You need to do that. And then it's like, I just need to be me. You know? I'll get there when I get there, one. And two, who am I comparing myself to right now? You know? And that's the epiphany that I just had, is that I've spent pretty much my entire life up until this point comparing myself to other people and then letting the men in my life, I feel like I cannot get a good angle right now, but you know what? Fuck the angle. I have let men basically sucker punch me into feeling like I'm lucky to be with them because I don't meet these expectations of the other people that maybe they could or could not be with, whatever. But basically, it's like, it's all a lie. Like, the reason I blew this person off is because as I was getting ready, which I've been doing every day for the past week, it feels so good. It's like, I look good for me. I smell good for me. Actually, it feels even better when you know, like, you smell good. Or even, like, as a woman, like, when you know you smell good down there, and it's not for anyone else. It's just, like, you smell you. And it smells good. Like, and you get to enjoy yourself, you know? And I'm sorry if, like, you're a person that's watching this and, like, you're just now figuring this out. Yes, I'm just now figuring this out, okay? And possibly there's someone else out there who hasn't even figured this out yet, too. Or maybe it's, like, you're still in that limbo area where I've spent for so long. It's like, I want to be worth more, but I don't know how. And it's like, your worth is like that carrot that they dangle in front of the horse or whatever. No, honey, your worth is already there. Like, it's there. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to work for it. It's literally there. You do not have to let people disrespect you just because you have imperfections. You don't owe anybody your time or energy when it is costly to you, energetically, emotionally. You don't need to be in a relationship, one, just to be desirable or valuable. Like, that's something we're not going to dive into because there's definitely some social program going on that I think specifically targets feminine people, that they're, like, incomplete without a masculine. I am very comfortable in my feminine and masculine energies, but I do feel socially inadequate as a woman who has dated multiple people and it never worked out long term. But then when I'm also very honest with myself, I'm like, I didn't really want to be with them. Like, part of the reason it never worked out is because I didn't really like them. Okay? I was settling, but they got on my last damn nerve. And I prefer being alone because I like my own company. I think I'm funny. I think I'm smart. I think I'm compassionate and caring. I'm not comparing. And if I am, it's in a playful and fun and healthy competitive way. Whereas it's like you find two things or people that already share similar goals and then you hold each other accountable and grow. It's for the purpose of growth. It's not for the purpose of degradation and humiliation. I'm amazing. I think I'm amazing. So it's like, no, if you don't match that, I don't really want you in my energetic field. And even recently, I was dating people who were like charity for me. And that sounds very harsh, but that's what it actually felt like. And the funny part about it is because I allowed myself to believe that I was charity for them. And that's why it actually was charity for me. Does that make sense? I allowed myself to be put down and felt made small. Be to made feel small. I let these people make me feel small as if it was a privilege to even have them in my life to make me feel small. It's insane, y'all. And like, when I was dating this guy that, believe it or not, was worse than Yayari's dad, or perceived dad, because From now on, I'm just going to say I don't know who her dad is, because there's a slight chance it's this dead guy, and I kind of hope it is at this point. So anyways, that being said, before that relationship, I was dating another guy that was really scary. And the funniest part was he was super verbally abusive. I dated a lot of guys, y'all. When I say I dated abusive people, I'm talking about people that would come home yelling at you drunk with a gun in their hand. Like, you don't want to fuck with them, right? So, like, okay, it's not just like, oh, he criticized my outfit, he's verbally abusive. No. I went hard in the paint, okay? So anyways, that being said, this guy was so freaking scary, but I am an artist through and through. I live for music. As corny as that sounds, as MySpace-esque era as that sounds, music is life. Okay, that being said, I remember I wrote this song. Make me feel so fucking small. Oh, reduce me to nothing at all. Oh, we wake up, we go to the mall. Spending my money. Blow the dough and blow the doja. Yeah. I wrote that song in 2017, y'all. Make me feel so fucking small. Oh, reduce me to nothing at all. I got off on being degraded. Jesus help me. The point is, it was all fake. I didn't want to be degraded. I didn't want to feel small, in the sense that I wanted to feel like a POS and unvalued and all of that. I just felt so helpless that I had to flip my mindset into this empowerment mode of it, because I did know my worth. Deep down, I always knew my worth, and I always have known my worth. And that's why I'm still here, y'all. I know my life has a purpose. I know I'm divinely protected. I'm lucky. I have a bloodline that is favored because of our faith. I have remained faithful in very trying times, and I know that that is why I'm here. That is why I cannot continue on the path that I was previously on, where I was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because I was continuously letting these lies convince me that that was supposed to be part of who I am. It's clearly not, because it doesn't feel good. Okay, and if you do listen to Abraham Hicks and all of those meditations, as addicting as they can be, and then you're kind of like, why am I doing this at this point? There's a lot of actually really good downloads in there. And one of them is that being in alignment with yourself feels good. So recently, when I was going back to some of my old ways, because I thought it was like, you know, going to do things for me that it did in the past, whether that's encourage me to be sexy, help me pay for a more high maintenance lifestyle, help me free up my time so I could work on music, invest in my music, all of these opportunities that I thought it was going to bring along, it took way more than it was giving. And it's not for me. And I am happier now. Broke. I don't even want to say broke anymore, but I'm happier now, completely dependent on God to provide for me. And guess what, y'all? He is. I'm not starving. Do I look starving? I've been in a heated home. I've got cozy little things. I've got a cozy little bed. I've got a cute little cat. I'm not lacking. It's all a lie. Okay? So I thought this was going to be a video of me singing this song that I just wrote for y'all, but I guess it was actually a rant. And I'm going to go now so that I can recheck in with myself again and process these things and be a little bit more vulnerable off camera. But I am happy that I had this opportunity to check in with y'all. I love you very much. We do need to forgive people, but I do not need to keep people in a close range of intimacy in my life that really don't deserve to be that close to me. And that's okay, and I'm so thankful for the protection in my life right now, and I owe it to my God to show my gratitude by not letting people in who are not worthy of entering. Like, I am the gatekeeper of my space. And I'm not saying they're not worthy of good things in life, but they're not worthy, because of A, they've physically abused me in the past, B, they just talk to me in a disrespectful tone, like, they mock my dreams. It could be anything. Whatever it is, I get to decide who's worthy of entering my space, because I am the one who decides what my space is worth. Does that make sense? And so that was what the song was about. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember it or not, but here we go. And I did think I thought it would be cute if I was like looking in the mirror singing, but I think it looks awkward on camera, so I'm just going to sing it to you. And well, I'll sing it to this imaginary person. I'll sing right past the camera because I'm not going to make eye contact with you, because then I'm saying that you are the perpetrator. And you're not the perpetrator. You're my friend. Unless you're one of these people who just watches and doesn't like my shit, and you've known me for over 10, 12, 20 years, then you're a fucking perpetrator. Sorry. Do not call me your friend. But you've probably been blocked by now if that's you, so. Here we go. It was something like, I can't remember the melody at this point, but it was like, I realized my worth now, and you can't afford me. My praiser is too loud, and I'm not that lonely. Something like, I'm not that desperate. Something like that. It was just awesome. It's so empowering. I know this is a message that has been way overspoken and overdone, but I mean, maybe we need to have this drilled into our freaking brains, because I still know a lot of beautiful women in horrible relationships, and I'm not saying your man is horrible. I'm just saying take space for yourself, and even if that means moving across the country or doing whatever you need to do to feel safe, you owe it to yourself. And it's okay, ladies or feminine people, to be your own protector. Stop depending on a man who has clearly shown you he's not going to protect you. He doesn't care about your feelings. He's not, and it might not be because he's a bad person. It might be because he had a bad upbringing and never learned to take care of his own feelings. Like, for whatever it is, he's not equipped or capable or willing, maybe, whatever the scenario. He's just shown you that he's not a good candidate to be your protector, okay? So be your own protector, and then let the cards fall where they may. You know, that's one thing I'm working through right now, too, is like, you know, does God want me to be single? Part of the reason I got into sex work when I did is because I thought, I'm going to be single anyway. Might as well get my fix and get paid for it, right? Then I started actually realizing that I did still want a partnership. I did fall in love a few times, or thought I did. And I was like, how am I going to make both of this work? You know, because the guys that did care weren't providers. So I was like missing that money. But then the guys that didn't care, if I was a sex worker, kind of made me feel like they didn't care about me. Because it's like, if you don't care about me, you know, having other relationships, basically, I'm entertaining all these other people. I mean, that doesn't really make me feel like you want me, which doesn't really turn me on. I feel like you're disposable now, because I don't want that, you know? The relationship I long for is a very not synonymous, but synchronized, harmonious, like, give and take, yin-yang relationship. And maybe it's not meant for me to have that with another physical person. Maybe it is an inner thing, and I'm actually okay with that. I'm really okay with that, because I am ecstatically happy and content right now. So society needs to not just encourage women to be like independent in this bitter, like, oh, I'm gonna do this and all this thing. It's like, just be at peace and be happy. Okay, I've been ranting for a very long time. Anyways, love you. Bye. Wow, 13 minutes. Girl can talk.